My roommate's boyfriend used my shower every day, so I locked the door.
Whoa, that's a pretty bad time for a shower, man. Crazy.
So I, 24 female, share an apartment with my roommate, Sarah, 25 female. We generally get along fine, but she has a boyfriend, Jake, 26 male, who is always over. Like, at this point, I think he actually lives here more than I do. The issue? Jake refuses to shower at his own place. I don't know why. He claims his water pressure is bad, but I think he just likes my shower because we have those fancy rain shower heads. I mean, valid though.
Yeah.
If my partner had a nice shower, I'm going to shower.
Oh, I would be there
but
all
also,
the time.
If they share a shower, I probably wouldn't do it because it seems like they share a shower.
Third wheeling a shower is crazy work.
That is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very much. Either way, every time he stays over, he uses my bathroom instead of Sarah's. Oh. See, now it's weird. Because why is he in there to begin with?
Yeah, he is.
Like, he should have just always been in his girlfriend's shower.
Yeah,
like,
not for him. His girlfriend's shower is too good for him.
Like, I'm not going to go over to, like, my partner's place and then be like, oh, I'm going to use your roommate's shower?
Yeah. Hey, how can I be the biggest inconvenience possible?
Yeah, now I have a problem with it. I can understand if maybe you were sharing the shower, but no, you're literally deliberately saying, I'm not going to use my girlfriend's, I'm going to use her roommate's.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's insane.
At first, I let it slide, but then I started noticing things. My shampoo running out suspiciously fast. My towels being damp when I hadn't used them, and worst of all, the man was using Don't Say Razor, my expensive eucalyptus body wash. Okay, I thought it was going to be a weird razor story, and I would have been scared.
Would have gotten PTSD flashbacks, dog.
I splurge on that. He smells amazing, but at my expense. By the way, this comes from Cool Change 7987, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Savannah.
And I'm Mike.
And we are here to give some good advice, but we don't have all your answers. We're only going to tell you what we would do, but you should let us know what you would do down in the comments. As OP says, so last week I finally put my foot down and told Sarah, hey, Jake needs to use your shower from now on. She got weirdly defensive, saying, he feels more comfortable in mine. I said, great, he can feel comfortable at his own apartment. She got mad and said I was being dramatic over just a shower. Jake is now sulking. Sarah is annoyed. And I'm wondering, am I the a-hole for not wanting my roommate's boyfriend to treat my bathroom like a luxury spa? No, not at all. It's your bathroom. I would not want, like, if one of my roommate's boyfriends was coming in my shower specifically, I'd be like, what? Like, that is just so out of your way.
Yeah.
And also, don't use my stuff. I can understand maybe, like, you know, your shower wasn't working or whatever, and then hers wasn't. So it's like, could we use yours? I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, I'm not using it. But you use your own products. Don't be coming in there using my crap, and then I'm paying, you know, the water bill and also my eucalyptus.
Yeah.
But my body wash is gone. I'm paying like $50 for that. Don't come at my eucalyptus.
Stay in your lane, dog. Don't be going after homegirl's eucalyptus.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that.
Like, no. Well, we do have an update here. Well, things have escalated. After my conversation with Sarah, I thought the issue was settled. But nope. Jake decided to test boundaries. A couple of days later, I came home from work to find my bathroom door locked and the shower running. That's crazy. That is your space. He's coming in here and be like, all right, I'll just sneak in real quick. You know,
that is fucking, that is insane, bro.
One, you don't live here. Two, go use your girlfriend's shower. Why are you using mine? Guess who was inside? Yep, Jake. I knocked and said, hey, what are you doing in my bathroom? He had the audacity to yell back, just showering. I'll be out in a minute. Like he lives here. I was fuming. When he finally emerged wearing my towel, I lost it. I told him straight up that this was my space and that he had no right to use it without my permission. Sarah, instead of backing me up, said I was making a big deal out of nothing and that I should just share. I told her that if Jake wants access to a rain shower head so badly, he could install one at his own place. By the way, You can install full episodes with stories just like this into your brain. Just by going to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast app, and searching up OK Storytime. There is a little bit left here. I would also be going insane. I'd be like, get out.
Yeah.
And I'd be telling, the landlord now at this point. Like,
yeah.
it's, I'd be like, yeah, he's, using my stuff like it's there, this is now a problem that neither of them, it's 2 against 1, but the one doesn't live here. So
yeah.
What are we doing here? Why am I yelling at, a stranger right now to get out of my house? To get out of my shower, my sacred space. That is the most vulnerable place.
Oh, my God. That is so true. It's always it's the shower and the inside of your car.
It's your most sacred place.
Your most sacred spaces,
Yes, it's vulnerable. It's like that, and it shows who you are. The next day, I went full petty mode and put a lock on my bathroom door, as some of you suggested. Sarah flipped out, saying I was being extreme and that I was ruining the dynamic. I told her that Jake had ruined the dynamic when he started treating my stuff like his own. Now Jake refuses to come over unless I relax. And Sarah is acting like I'm a tyrant. I'm standing my ground, but the apartment is tense. Did I go too far? No, it is your space. He has no right to come into your space. He can use his girlfriend's stuff. He can use his stuff. Don't come into my space. You are a complete stranger to me. I don't know you. I don't want you touching my stuff, using my things, using, my towel. You don't even have the audacity to, are you going to start wearing my dresses, too? Wear my underwear? What else you want? You want to use my straightener? What do you want?
Also the fact that, dude, you literally had to put a lock on your own shower.
And then they're like, oh, that's so dramatic. No, it's not.
Bro,
no, it's not, actually.
You are literally doing what you have to do to, bro, as the dude, take the hint, too, bro.
Right? It's not even take the hint. It's just listen. Yeah, I told you. I told you. There weren't hints. There was legitimate no's going on.
Yeah.
No, that's not, you can't do that. And he just went, I'll just do it when you're not here. No, still not okay.
My roommates found out what I earn. They all turned on me.
Oh, well, I'm going to turn over a new leaf.
I, 28 female, live in a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 roommates. It's small and we step on each other's toes sometimes, but it works for us because we were all in graduate programs when we met and needed something cheap. For the last 6 years, we've all split rent evenly, and I've been fine with that. Even when they all got jobs and I was still a resident, I didn't once ask to adjust the rent. Now, to be honest, I'm a very quiet and non-confrontational person, and residency kept me on weird hours so I didn't speak to them a lot, and they didn't even realize that I'd finish my program when I did. I also live on the 2nd floor of our apartment in a space off the attic storage that was meant to be an office, so I keep to myself and go about my business. Once I became a licensed emergency physician, I was, okay, girl, okay. I was able to find a job in our city relatively quickly and started working about 4 months out of residency. I'd already worked as an EMT for years around this hospital, even in college when I was getting clinical hours for med school. So I knew the ED well, and it wasn't hard for me to get a job there. I still had loans from med school to pay off, so I saw no problem with hanging around and paying my same share of the rent, utilities, and groceries that I'd paid for 6 years until I built up savings, even though I was making more than my other 3 roommates combined. By the way, this comes from user/unablestring6735. And if you want to make some money, man, you got to submit your stories to the OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Mike.
And I'm Savannah.
And today we're going to be reading these stories, but we don't know all the answers. We're just here to give you our opinions on what we think. If you have opinions of your own that you think are better, you have your own advice, please leave them down in the comments below. But as OP says, I'm not in a relationship. She doesn't want kids now. And she liked her little living arrangements while she got some savings behind her. I was fine until crap hit the fan yesterday. And by some insane stroke of bad luck, one of my roommates, Adam, 27M, was in a car crash and was transported to the hospital by ambulance when I was on shift. He was fine, but while he was in the emergency department, he saw me and realized I wasn't a resident anymore. Even though he couldn't pin down my exact salary, a quick Google search could tell him that in our city, I was making at least double what my roommates were. It's crazy he did that. He was pissed, and he told my other 2 roommates while I was still at work. So that when I came home, they were all waiting for me. He confronted me and asked me what I was making, and I told them the truth. They all lost their minds at me because I knew that Adam had been struggling to make his share of the rent every month, whereas I was, quote, hoarding my money, unquote. I listened to what they had to say, but said that I still had loans to pay off and I was going to bed. I was tired after a long shift, and I'm aware that I was probably really blunt and cold because when I'm getting yelled at, part of my job description is to just take it with a calm face. This morning, they all been giving me the cold shoulder, and though they hadn't talked about it yet, I could feel it coming. I don't know how to address this because I really liked our living arrangements and don't want it to change. But I can't help feeling like I'm the a-hole for not helping Adam out more. So, am I the a-hole? I mean, bro, it's insane that you're getting pocket watched by like 3 of your roommates.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
And to be like, I was struggling and you're making double. Like, why didn't you pay for my rent?
Pay for my rent, dude. Stop being a loser. Stop being uncool, bro.
Like, we don't even really talk. We don't have conversations. I live upstairs. We've all done our own thing. Although, like, we've been living there for 6 years. And it's crazy that the first thing he thinks of, instead of being like, oh, hey, congrats. Like, I thought you were still in residency.
That's some generational hater stuff, dude.
He's just, instead of like, oh, I saw you at the thing. Like, congrats, you made it. Instead he's like,
how much money you making?
Yeah. And Amelia's like, I've been struggling. Why aren't you doing nothing about it? And it's like, dude, that is not my problem. And also, yeah, I don't owe any. If one of my roommates came up to me and was like, how much you making? And I was like, oh, I'm making this much. And then they'd be like, well, that's double than what I'm making. So you should be paying my rent.
So here's what OP has to say. I wanted to come on here and answer a few common questions and update. First, our living situation. Our apartment has 2 bedrooms, 1 master with its own bathroom and 1 smaller bedroom. So Adam and his girlfriend live in the master, and our 4th roommate is in the smaller room. My room is about the same size as the smaller bedroom, just without a closet and with a slanted ceiling. Second, why did I tell them the truth about my... Yeah, why did you? Come on, dude. Why did I tell them the truth about my salary? Honestly, I was tired after a shift, and I wasn't expecting to get ambushed in my own home. So I wasn't thinking about it. Adam started throwing out numbers at me, and he was close enough that I just said yes without giving him an exact total, because he already basically knew. Why did he Google it when he saw me? I don't know. He's obsessed with you, sweetie. That's why. And he had nothing else to do. He wasn't a high priority patient and was likely sitting in a triage for long enough to get bored and pissed. Now, here are the actual updates. I talked to our 4th roommate, Derek, not Adam or his girlfriend, and he gave me their perspective in a much more polite way. Adam had come back angry because his car had been wrecked. He had a hospital bill to pay, and because he thought I'd been deceptive with my income. He got his girlfriend all riled up about it before I got home because she'd been supplementing his rent and helping him while he was between jobs. Sounds like a problem, dog.
Yeah, so where do I come in?
When is it going to be about me now?
It sounds like an issue, not an ish me.
Yeah. Whoa, yo. I've never heard that before.
That's Keon. I'm not taking credit for that. That's all Keon.
Then the 2 of them went to Derek and brought him into this. So it would be 3-on-1, and they felt justified about asking me. They thought since I didn't help out around the household much, and because I was making more, I should either pay more or move out and give my room to one of their friends who needed cheap housing more than I did. All right, so let me get this straight. You get the worst room in the entire house. They want you to pay more or just get out. That's what is going on, dude.
The whole reason people like it, I don't know. When I look for a place, I look for the cheapest rent. because cheap rent and then like a nice place to live, who's living there, area, whatever, all of that comes into consideration. But the thing is, I'm gonna most likely the price is gonna be the selling point, because I want to pay as less as I can, because then, and like she's literally living in the attic. She's living in the attic, and they're like, you need to pay more.
She's Anne Franking it right now, dude.
She is Anne Franking it right now. She doesn't know what to do.
Let me tell you, this journal is hot, right? I admit, I buy my own food and cook my own meals and keep my own space clean, whereas I think the rest of them do that communally. But that was because I kept terrible hours with residency and with my job, and I wasn't around as much. As for someone who needed it more, I told Derek that this apartment had never been need-based. It had been passed down from student to student as people chose to move away. Derek is younger, 24, 25, and still in grad school, as is Adam's girlfriend, but Adam graduated already and still lives here with a job, and no one has argued that someone needed it more. He asked why I didn't want to move away and get my own place, and I said I really liked the arrangement and I wanted to pay off my loans, which are still very large, and my net worth was likely less than all of theirs with the amount of debt I'd accumulated. When I explained my student loans to Derek, he got very quiet and just said that he didn't realize that they were still big and thought they were smaller because I had a scholarship. I explained that my athletic eligibility only lasted for my first year because I had redshirted my freshman year of uni, so my athletic scholarship was only for that year. But we got a little bit left for the story, but let's keep at it. So now that I know their perspective, though, I know nothing is going to change their attitude towards my money, and it's time to move on. This morning, I told them that I'm staying until the end of the lease and then moving out. And they are more than welcome to move someone else into my room. They wished me well, and I'm hoping that my last few months here won't be too tense, since we all know there's an end in sight. I started looking at studio apartments, but I'm also looking at the possibility of putting a down payment on a house and starting to settle down. Yeah, you got the money now. Go on, kid. You good. In all honesty, it was probably time for me to get out of my comfort zone and start living on my own. And this is going to be good for me. Aw.
Heck yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you do need to live on your own. I feel like you've lived with these people for 6 years now, and
Jeez, has it been that long?
Yeah, 6 years. That's what they said, and it's just like, be done with them. Get your own place. Have your own, living situation. You're gonna feel so much lighter, and the energy is gonna be so much brighter. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine, girl.
You'll be fine. Listen. You're literally a woman in STEM, dude. You are a woman in STEM. You're making bank. You're gonna be paying off these loans. Everything is gonna be good, dude. And honestly, you're gonna hopefully look back at this and just be able to laugh at it. And then who knows? Maybe you can meet a guy on the street. A guy that does stand-up comedy, right? He's wearing a green shirt, has long hair. He's like, I want to take that guy in. So then we can get something, and then maybe honestly too, you can get like this Italian girl that's like sitting right next to this long-haired guy. Make us a throuple, it'll be great. We can make money. We could all make money together. I'm going.
Thank you, OP. Thank you for your service, OP.
Thank you for your service, OP.
My old roommate wanted me to cover for her from the police.
What did you do?
So I, 28 female, had a roommate from September to October, just someone needing a stepping stone till they got a place of their own. We found out we were both on probation, but nothing really came of it. That is such a great thing to find out.
Better if we don't know what you did.
I want to know. We both met with our POs, kept court appointments. It was all fine and dandy. She moved out after getting a place, and today a cop came to the door. I went through the safety measures of asking him to identify himself and show a badge, all the safety measures people tell you to go through when you're a female living home alone. I stepped outside and asked him basically, what's up? He asked if my ex-roommate was home. I explained she moved out, and he asked if the address he had was her new address, and I confirmed the new address. He asked if was her new number, and I said yeah. And he asked me to call her, and I said, sure, not thinking much of it. By the way, this comes from Emotional Wreck 448, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Savannah.
I'm Riley.
And we're here to talk about some stuff, get some advice, but we don't have all your answers. We're only going to tell you what we would do, but let us know what you would do down in the comments.
Yeah, it's getting really sketch right now, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but honestly, great, cliffhanger right there. It's like, called him, didn't think anything of it. What's gonna happen, right? As OP says, I called her, and as soon as he heard her voice, he did the gimme motion for my phone. I did not hand him my phone, just put it on speaker. She hung up, and then she texted me saying, how dare I betrayed her and not just lie to the cops that I had no clue where she was and I should have said she was out of state, or lied and said she was there but in the shower, or literally anything to avoid her talking to them. I told her that I wasn't going to lie to the cops and saying she was in the shower just to make him either 1, sit outside until she came out, or 2, since she's on probation, same as me, he could potentially come in for a wellness check on her if she's not out of the shower after a period of time. And telling them she's out of state when you need PO permission to leave the state is also a horrible idea, because then a warrant for her arrest would be put out. And if they find and arrest her, I could get in trouble for lying to them. So yeah.
OP did the sensible thing.
OP did this right. Your roommate, not so much, and I wonder what she's doing. She snapped back with, did they threaten to throw you in jail if you didn't call me? You're a lying a-hole. I don't want to talk to you anymore. And anything I have there, I'll figure out how to get out of there because I can't trust you anymore.
Bring, police. She's been out of state. Get her.
Please, she just told me she's not here. Go.
It looks like she's over here. Yeah, go get her.
All she left here was a diamond art painting and a library book. My friend says I did the right thing because even her, not on probation, would have done the same thing and called her saying the cops were looking for her. My friend's wife says I should have just not answered the door or just declined to say I knew her or her phone number. But I mean, he could see me from the living room window cooking in the kitchen. It's a ground floor, open plan apartment. The living room is a direct line of sight to the kitchen from the window, so I could see my fridge and stove from outside when I walked to my door, same as the cop could see. I feel like I did the right thing, but I ain't too sure. Just figured I'd get outside opinions because now her friends are texting me saying I really pissed her off, and friends don't rat friends out to the cops.
I mean, friends don't snitch on one another, but probation roommates do.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like if a cop is coming to my house and asking, all these questions and I'm on probation, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I don't want any more trouble with the law.
Yeah, because obviously I'm on I'm on thin ice.
And, if you're on probation, wouldn't you want to be held accountable?
Yes.
Learn
what he did, yeah.
that your actions have consequences.
I mean, hopefully. There's a little bit left. Edit, they did go to her apartment yesterday looking for her, and she didn't answer the door. She told me she wasn't going to answer the door for the cops because she didn't want them to do something to her. When I told her about tonight that it was legit just a pack of papers in his hand, she said, well, they won't meet me in public, and I ain't letting them talk to me at my place. I'll leave the state if I gotta. I told her that was a horrible idea because then she'd get a warrant and I'd probably get in trouble even more because I knew of her intent to flee the state. But she read my message, said blocked, and now I can't message or call her again. So I don't know what to do if they come back looking for her. Girl, if they come back looking for her, she's not there. So you could just say, she blocked me. I have no idea what she's doing, what her plan is. She just lived here and now she's not living here.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Take it a step further. Here's my text messages with her. Here's my phone log with her.
Yeah.
Check with my provider.
Yeah.
If she does come, who can I contact so I can make sure
That's true,
all
yeah.
is good. Be as
cooperative as you can.
yeah, can you? Oh, I saw her. Or you could throw a line. Yeah, I saw her at McDonald's the other day. She goes behind the woods and sleeps in a tent with her boyfriend. Put them on a wild goose chase.
Make it fun for them. Make them figure it out.
Spend those taxpayer dollars monies right. My roommate ruined my couch, and her dad had to replace it.
Well, at least someone replaced it.
This actually started a few months ago. My 21 female roommate, 24 female, got a new boyfriend. We've been roommates for 2 years, and I've never had any issues with her. We've never been more than monetarily annoyed with each other until the last few months. I see you. I know exactly where this is going.
I don't.
Roommate, boyfriend, couch ruined.
Oh, no. No.
My roommate got a new boyfriend, and they have both been really obnoxious. It started out with them being really loud at night. I could deal with this part, with earplugs and make a fan turn up all the way. I'm sure my ex-boyfriend and I had a few loud nights, so I can let that go. Then they found a pair of their panties and a used wiener wrapper tucked in the couch cushions when it was my week to clean the living room.
No. Nope. And that's when I take a picture and say, hey, don't do that here. Do it in your own room, you freak. Not in the public place.
It's not public.
Well, it's like, what is it?
Common living space?
Yeah, the common living space. Room? Yes. Don't do it in the common living space.
I let it go until a few weeks later when it was my week to clean again. I pretty much found the same thing, but the wiener wrapper had leaked onto the couch cushion. Knew it. I knew it!
That's disgusting. That's so nasty.
I kind of exploded on her because that's disgusting. She cleaned the cushion with a random assortment of cleaners that left a huge bleach stain on it, and it's not the kind of couch where she could just flip the cushion over. By the way, this comes from I Saw It All, 3515. If you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Riley.
And I'm Savannah.
We're just going to read this goofily. If you have anything you'd like to see, if you have anything you'd like to comment, please do it down below. Let me know if you saw it coming. As OP says, we had a pretty intense yelling match that ended when she got her dad to replace the couch. It was my couch that I paid for. Imagine having to tell your dad about this.
Yeah, I mean, she probably just said, oh, I spilled something on it and can't get it out.
Spilled what on it?
Orange soda.
That doesn't look like orange soda. What'd you actually spill on it?
Well, it doesn't look like it because I cleaned it. Now it's bleached.
I spilled Steven on it. Her dad had the couch delivered a week later. He showed up and made us sit down and talk. I'm 100% sure he was embarrassed by her behavior and made her agree to keep bedroom activities in her bedroom if I'd let her stay.
Wow.
Dad of the year.
So he actually, knew what happened. I would not be able to say that to my parents. Nope. They would just never know. Be like, yeah, I just spilled stuff.
I suggested maybe she should move out. It never occurred to me to not keep that sort of stuff in my own bedroom. Everything was fine for a few weeks. When I came home from work and walked into the two of them in the living room again, they did the entire, oh my gosh, shock Pikachu, or sorry, got carried away, and it just happened BS. We had a huge yelling match that got us fined $200 by the building. Her dad paid the fine and apologized to me.
Yeah, this seems like daddy's money is fixing everything.
He said he'd work on finding her a new place. In the meantime, I went out of state for some work-related training. The day I flew back, I texted her that my plane landed early and that I was coming home. I asked if she wanted me to pick her up food. She never responded. Not out of the ordinary, but at least I tried. I got home, used my keys in the door, which requires jingling. That's not quiet. Swung the door open and banged my luggage on the step to the apartment. Somehow they managed not to hear me. He was sitting on my couch with nothing on and facing her. She was on his lap facing him, and they were going to town.
Why do they like that couch so much? Just do it in the bedroom. Why the couch? There are just so many things you could do, and they are just doing the one thing they are told not to do.
And that is hot.
That's disrespectful.
Guys, you know what? You can do it on the couch all you want. You cannot, though, take it to your bedroom. Not allowed. No more bedroom spicy time. You're done with it.
Honestly, that worked. I'd be like, I'm doing it in the bedroom.
And then get her dad to tell her that. She's definitely going to be doing it in the bedroom.
Dang it. Why'd that work?
The easy way to get this stopped, just be like, I'm putting up a living room camera.
Yeah, that's true. Be like, I'm going to put up a camera.
I won't lie. She's adorable, and I've always had a little crush on her. He's not bad looking either. Why did you put that in right there? Why did you do that?
I don't know what's happening here.
Okay.
I guess she's like seeing her in this light on this new couch.
I was about to scream at them, but was just too tired after a week away and flights, Ubers, etc. Also, I might have had a few glasses of wine on the flight, so I just sat down and watched.
Whoa. What do you mean you just sat and watched?
No!
They didn't like say, hey. They didn't freak out. She just sat and watched the show. What?
I didn't do anything, just watched. Not sure how long it took them to finish. They were about to get to the post-spicy sleep cuddle, and I said, well, that was quite the show, but I'm really tired, going to take a shower and go to bed, so you guys can keep it in your room and quiet for the rest of the night. Then took my luggage to my room and slammed the door.
Why are they not... One, why didn't they stop? Two, why is no one saying anything? She's just sitting there watching?
As soon as I got done and locked my door, she was pounding on it and screaming that I was peeping Tom. I yelled back that if she kept pounding on the door, I'd send the video to her father.
She took a video? What is happening here? Now I feel like everyone sucks here. Because that's not cool, but also, I don't know.
I don't have a video.
Oh, okay.
I would never have recorded it, even if it had occurred to me. It went quiet. I took a quick shower, some substances, and passed out. She hasn't been here all day. I texted her father and asked him to come get her crap. It said it's going to cost me $3.5K to cancel her sublease. I haven't heard back. Am I the butt? Update.
No.
For watching? Yes.
For watching? I mean,
yes.
That's weird.
Yes, that's weird. You could have said, hey, I'm right here. Go into my room. Please stop. Then called her and said, get her out of here.
Yeah.
Not watch. Why did you watch?
And then said, all right, I think I've had enough. I'm going to go upstairs and go to bed. This is really weird. I don't know what... Well, I think that's why she led with, I don't know, I've always kind of had a crush on her. So I guess I just wanted to watch her do that.
Oh! This could be like... this was the stuff my roommate was like, you guys are going to keep reading SUMT stories? And here we are. Here we are.
Yes.
Update. My roommate has moved out. Her father moved her in his house on Saturday. I was at work when it happened. He also bought me a new couch and gave me 6 months worth of rent so I wouldn't have to cancel her sublease. It must be nice to have someone who just makes all your mistakes go away with money.
No, right? That's exactly what I thought. He's just like, don't worry, I'll make this right. I'll make this right. Must be freaking nice. You can do whatever you want.
When he called, he sounded really mad. And I thought it was because of my video comment or me watching. You guys' comments really freaked me out that I could get in trouble even though there was no video. I wanted to tell her I was sorry and there wasn't a video. He had no idea what I was talking about because when I texted him, I just asked him to move her stuff out ASAP. I just said she did it again and I needed her gone. He wasn't upset with me and couldn't stop laughing. He apologized profusely for raising such a brat. He said she deserved it. Even though most agreed that I wasn't the a-hole, I think I changed my mind. I think it was really an a-hole thing to do. What was the a-hole thing to do, Savannah?
Watch.
Maybe that's the final push you need to get her to stop doing that in the living room, but why? Why? Why?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know if they like the feeling of, like, the thrill of maybe getting caught or something. Because then they, like, didn't care when she was there. I really don't know what, I don't know what happened, but this is just weird and creepy and crazy.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, the more grossed out and embarrassed I am. Sorry, I guess it's not my spicy hobby, as so many seem to suggest. I've never watched anything like that before, and I'm guessing it's like what I saw. It's not my thing. So for the few of you who called me a creep, I was. It was a creepy thing to do. I haven't talked to her since the incident, and her father said it was the best if we didn't talk. He also said he wasn't going to tell her I was sorry about the video comment, because it seemed like it had an effect on her. He said if she knew I felt sorry, then she'd just assume she was in the right and didn't do anything wrong. And that's the end of that story. Holy cow. I wonder what her mother's like, if he knows how to manage
Yeah,
this.
This is not great parenting. First of all, he just pays her way out of any, mistakes she makes, and then is
Mistake.
yeah,
Smexual,
multiple
sorry.
times.
Is that crazy? Yeah. How many crowds did she get? 3 out of this, 2?
She got a couch, and then she also got 6 months rent. Is it worth it? I don't know.
3.5K. Find a roommate. Use the rest of it for credit card debts.
I
don't
can
know.
use 3.5K.
Me too. That'd be nice.
My roommate billed me for her hotel because I stayed home.
Does your roommate not know how hotels work? That's the opposite of how hotels work.
First, some context. I, 36 male, have been living with my roommate, 32 female, for 4 years. We share an apartment because the cost of living in my city is high, and besides, it just worked for us until now. Our apartment has 3 rooms. I occupy the largest bedroom, and she has the small bedroom plus the living room, which I also have access to but don't use since it only holds her stuff and she decorates it however she wants. We arranged the split this way because I work from home and needed a room big enough to set up an office as well. I'm also a homebody, so I really value my own space and spend a lot of time in it. I only leave the house for grocery shopping, dates, and jogging. She, on the other hand, spends most of her time out. She works in the city for 10 to 12 hours each day and is very outgoing, and she doesn't like staying in and often goes out with friends. I am in a relationship with my girlfriend, 33 female, who visits me regularly about twice a week, and sometimes stays the night. We plan to move in together once our life situations stabilize a bit. My roommate was single for most of the time we lived together, but a year ago she met a man, 34 male, from another country online, and they are in a long-distance relationship. During this time, they have seen each other in person once, when she visited him in his country. By the way, this comes from Kind of Bear, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Savannah.
I'm Dakota.
And we're here to talk about some stuff, get some advice, but guess what? We don't have all the answers. We're only going to tell you what we do. But let us know what you would do down in the comments. I am just going to say that I'm glad this person is real.
Yeah, that was my same thought too. It's like, okay, so I guess she knows he's real. I mean, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not who's texting her. I don't know.
Exactly. And the fact that it was not even across the country, but like across the world, like in a different country, and it turned out to be exactly that person, great. I'm just scared that never happens.
Hey, fingers crossed. I hope for the best, right?
As OP says, recently a conflict arose between us because her boyfriend decided to visit her for 10 days and, by default, stay at our apartment. I didn't mind this. However, as the arrival date approached, my roommate started asking if I was planning a vacation or a trip during the time her partner would be visiting, which was in July. I answered truthfully that I had been on vacation in June and had trips planned for August and September, so I wasn't planning on leaving the house in July. Especially since my work is freelance and contract-based, and when I'm not working, I simply don't earn money. And for this reason, spontaneous trips are out of the question for me. I have to plan everything in advance to manage my finances well. My roommate acknowledged this and didn't bring up the topic again. Until recently.
There's no, like, what does she mean? Hey, are you planning on taking a vacation around the time my boyfriend's going to be here for 10 days? It's like,
Yeah, do you want to, like, bang in my room or something?
it's like, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that you would like me to be gone while your boyfriend's here? So you can use my room? Like, what?
Yeah, why would me being there be a problem? I mean, you're not saying that, but you're kind of implying it, you know?
It's like the same energy. She's giving the same energy as, like, when it's like, if you have, like, a girlfriend and you like, your boys are like, oh, we're all going to hang out. And it's like, oh, they're all on the game. And you're like, oh, like, Johnny's on the game right now. That must be nice. It's like, do you want to get on just tell me you're going to get on the game.
No, I it's fine. I like to watch.
It's like, okay, tell me what you want. What you really, really want.
A few days before his arrival, she asked again if I was planning a vacation while her boyfriend was going to be here. I answered again, though a bit annoyed, that I wasn't, and that I had already told her before that I couldn't afford a spontaneous trip and needed to work more this month. She didn't comment on it and walked away.
Yeah, but you should have commented on it, dude.
Yeah.
I get the sense she's not really just interested in your vacations. I think she's trying to be like, hey, can you be not around?
Like, why? You could just say, no, I'm not traveling. Why? Like, I just feel like, why do you keep asking?
Exactly.
I feel like that's a reasonable response. It's not like you're, asking to start problems or something. The next day, however, she started the conversation again. She told me that because of me, she had to rent an Airbnb for 10 days to stay there with her boyfriend, and she believes I should pay her for it because it was because of me, since I refused to leave the apartment. What? No, why is that huh? What? Make it make sense, because right now it make no sense. She told me that she was forced to do so, and that it is a significant burden on her budget. I told her she must be joking and can forget about it. I also mentioned that she didn't have to do anything, as I had no problem with her boyfriend staying with us during his visit. She replied that they needed privacy and my presence at home was unwanted, so she had no other choice. That's just not my issue. That is an issue, not an me.
Yeah, if you don't want someone else in your space, what do you mean? It's like your presence is unwanted. It's like, okay, well, now his presence is unwanted. Oops, now what? Based on your logic, he can't come now because I said I don't want him here. Oops.
It's just the fact that you never actually asked me to, like, hey, could we, like, have a night to ourselves or something? Or, like, just so you know, like, he's coming, so maybe, like, just 1 or 2 nights. I don't know.
Like, what do you need absolute privacy for in the whole apartment, you filthy animals? What are you going to do?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
what are you doing?
I don't know. Because, and OP said, like, she usually just stays in her room. What are they going to, like, cook it or something?
I don't know.
When I told her I wouldn't pay for her choices, she changed her tactics. She said that since my girlfriend visits regularly, she should contribute to the rent because it's as if she lives with us. I told her that was out of the question too, and that my partner only stays over a few days a month. She is a guest, not a resident. This angered her again, and my roommate claimed that she was suffering financial losses because of me.
Dude, I would honestly at this point, I'd be like, dude, you guys can bang all day and all night. I don't care. I'm an adult. I understand what you guys probably want to do. Go ahead and do it. Do it in your room. Do it wherever. Just don't do it in my room, and I'll put headphones on, you freaks.
It's like, I don't know what you want me to do. I live here, so I'm going to continue to live here while you have a guest over. Sorry. I guess I should have asked you first. Like, what?
Crazy.
Finally, she brought up another argument in the heat of the fight. She said that since I have a larger room, I should pay more, even though during the initial renting and every annual lease renewal, she was always fine with a 50-50 split, especially since we also agreed she could treat the living room as her second room. I told her that if she felt that way, she should have said so at the time of the renewal in February, and then we could have renegotiated the rates. However, I stated that as long as the old agreement with an equal rent split is in place, I have no intention of paying her anything extra, especially since she had absolutely no problem with it for so many years.
Well, yeah, at that point, you just go, okay, if that's how you feel, how about you take all the stuff that you have in the living room and you take it out? Now what? So the living room's not your little room anymore.
Yeah, and now it can be both of our rooms. There's a little bit left here, and I'm going to get right into it.
I hope this guy steals her social security number and disappears.
Yeah. It's like, I just really don't understand her logic, and she's trying all these ways to be like, no, you owe me more. How? No, I don't. Seeing that none of her attempts to stick me with the bill for her meeting with her boyfriend worked, she said she thought we were friends, and that it wouldn't be a problem for me to do her a small favor. She said she was wrong about me and that I turned out to be a classless person. My partner and all my friends I vented to about this situation say I have every right to live in the apartment I pay for and that my roommate is completely overreacting. Still, I'm looking for validation from people who have no personal connection to me. Am I the a-hole? For what?
Open wide, here comes the validation. No.
Yeah. I don't even understand how you can even think you're the a-hole in this, because there is no way to even turn this around to say that you're the a-hole. Like, she is obviously the a-hole for this.
It's like, I don't know.
Asking you to pay more so she can have a fun time with her boyfriend?
Yeah, at the hotel.
Why don't you ask your boyfriend for money?
It's like, why don't you just book like 1 or 2 nights at a hotel if you really need that level of privacy?
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like OP just needs to go, so why do you feel like you need to get this hotel?
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Airbnb.
because your presence is someone wanted to hear it. And it's like, okay, but I live here.
Yeah.
I live here.
So I think
we've known that forever, right?
either
So-
way, I think OP's roommate, like, if she wants OP out of the house, then she should pay OP's, if they're going to stay at an Airbnb, whatever, pay for OP to stay at the Airbnb. You can't just, like, kick someone out of their house just because you want to, you just want to be with your significant other. That just, like, isn't it. And the fact that, like, she tried to use, like, OP's girlfriend against them and be like, like, your girlfriend stays over, so she has to pay rent. Oh, so then your boyfriend's coming over, so for 10 days, so he needs to pay up.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's just like, so, I mean, hey, I hope it turns out well for her, I guess, but she doesn't sound like the kind of person where things end up turning out just well. It sounds like she's always having something weird and difficult happening.